basically, we walked into the home, and it was a brand new home, I think a year and a half old, and from the naked eye, you really wouldn't see, you wouldn't really think there's a lot of mold here, but the reality of it was that during the construction process, somebody shot a nail into some PEX piping. So what happened was, it was a hot water line, and so what was happening was that it was actually spraying a fine mist of hot water into their crawl space for maybe up to a year and a half, somewhere in that realm. And so what happened was, even though in the main structure they complained of some high humidity and maybe some odd smells, you really didn't see anything. But then once we came in and removed some of the materials, removed the flooring, the whole subfloor is covered in mold, and almost the entire crawl space is covered in mold. And really a less than 2-year-old house, you wouldn't think like, oh, I need to hop into the crawl space and see what's going on there. But it ended up being a very large job, because that mold, all the insulation had to come out of the crawl space, and that mold had penetrated throughout the entire space. And then I believe a master bedroom, master bathroom, a walk-in closet. Once we removed all of that flooring, we found mold on the subfloor, so we had to address that too. Probably if they had a moisture meter, they would have, they had funky smell, then maybe they would have put it up against the wall, maybe the flooring, and they would have saw that it was elevated moisture readings. That's kind of our starting point, is we go, okay, we know there's a funky smell in here. We know that there's some, possibly a small amount of mold creeping up on one of the walls, and so we hit the floor, we go all around, we map it out, we find out how extensive it is, and in that case, you couldn't really see anything really, but then once we started mapping it, we realized, hey, this is a large area creeping out through under the hardwood flooring and the vinyl. And so we use the moisture meter as much as we can before we do any demo, to get an idea of how far that water travels.